In this first scenario, we see the ball with the highlighted player, and the blue team will use a 5-out dribble drive set. As the player begins to drive here, we see a teammate moving behind him, making himself available for a kick-out pass. As the ball handler makes a pass to that player, let's pause and look at the decision of the guard who just made the pass. Based on what we learned in the video, should he move out to the corner or remain in place? Correct. As we learned, after making a pass or a cut, you should quickly relocate to an empty spot on the perimeter. Now, let's focus on the current ball handler. As he continues forward, his first look should be to get to the rim if he's able to. Assuming the player doesn't think he can get there, and thinking about passing to teammates whose defenders are providing help, which pass would be better? Correct. The defender guarding player B is providing help on the ball, leaving a great opportunity for a catch and shoot, as we see. Let's rewind. This time, as the same sequence plays out, we see player B again receiving the pass, but this time, his defender is quick to close him out. Let's first look at the decision of the player who just made the pass, here. Should he continue in this path or this path? Correct. In a dribble drive, it's important to keep the floor as evenly spaced as possible. The player should recognize that his teammate in the corner is lifting here, which will leave space to fill. Now, as the player begins to drive, let's think about the same concept of recognizing which defenders are coming off of their assignments to provide help. With this in mind, which pass is better? Correct. We can see player A's defender here has slid over to provide help, leaving the player wide open. Let's pretend the defender is very quick to close him out, and the player opts to continue with the dribble drive. We can see that he's now drawn the attention of both defenders. Does that suggest that he make a pass to the short corner here or out to this player? Correct. One of the primary goals of a dribble drive is to create situations where multiple defenders have to guard a single ball handler, which will naturally leave one player open. And of course, it's crucial to be able to quickly identify which player that is, in this case, player A, and get them the ball. In this example, we will see a more traditional 4-out, 1-in dribble drive offense. As the highlighted player drives inside and then kicks it out to the player behind him, the ball handler will begin to drive into this gap. Let's first look at the decision of the player who just made the pass. Should he clear out here alongside the player in the corner or clear out here? Correct. Again, it's a very simple but very important concept in a dribble drive offense to maximize spacing. Now again, thinking about the ball handler driving this direction, where should the post player move? Correct. As we learned, the player on the low post should shift between the low blocks, moving to the side opposite to the ball. We can see that by doing so, the player drags his defender with him and clears space for the ball handler. As the ball handler in a situation like this, it's smart to continue to drive and force this defender to make a decision. If he holds his ground, you'll have an opportunity to finish at the rim. Or, if he slides over, like we see, then a quick dish to the post player will be a great option. So, while this of course was a different scenario from the last one, the blue team succeeded at the same goal, which ultimately was to create a 2v1 situation. Please review what we have learned so far.